Batman the Killing Joke is a DC animated movie starring Kevin Conroy as Batman and Mark Hamill as the Joker. And wait a second. Just like many other people, I love the Killing Joke and I have it in this collection of Batman comics. And as you can see, it's great. I love it. And the thing that I love the most about it are the panels. It looks great, each shot, everything about the comic book is gorgeous, full of detail and very dark and very grim. And honestly I think that's the main reason why it was so controversial, because it's not your typical Batman comic like, I don't know, one of the first ones like this one. Is this dark and grim to you? No, not really, but once you see, I mean, this shit right here, that's fucked up. It really is. So I was really excited for this DC animated movie. The only other DC animated movie that I've seen was Batman Beyond: Return of the Joker many years ago, and more recently Assault on Arkham, and they're very good and they have top quality animation. And fuck me, first of all, the main problem with, for me at least, with the Killing Joke animated movie is the animation itself. It's not good. This was definitely rushed, and in my opinion they had to wait 2 other years. So it was 2018, that's the anniversary, if I'm not mistaken, of the comic, around 30 years, 40 years, I don't know, but that would have been a way better choice, especially to polish up the animations, because they are very choppy, they are very low FPSs, some of them looks pretty cool and they look pretty close to the comics. There are a couple of shots that were incredibly detailed, and others look completely shitty, especially when characters are moving. Some of the fight scenes are very choppy, and I was disappointed by that, really. It doesn't look good. And, you know, that's the graphics, more or less, the animation. But what about the sound, the voice actors? Excellent job! I am a big fan of the story of the comic, and watching Mark Hamill deliver the lines of the Joker here, it was truly spectacular if you love the comic. Some scenes weren't all that good, adapting them from the comic to a movie. They looked a little bit stiff in my opinion, they didn't work out as well, but still it was very damn good and I love the voice acting. But there is another big issue with this movie. The comic is not all that long, and this is 74 minutes long. So what are they going to fill it up with? A little bit more backstory? Maybe just another small case that connected to the one of the Joker? No! They went with a prequel story, more or less, of Batgirl. And that's pretty terribly written, especially compared to what comes next, which is great. The dialogue is horrible. You follow Batgirl and a case that she's following with Paris, France, a character that I never heard of. It was probably invented for this movie, and he's falling in love with her and he's objectifying her, and Batman says, oh, he's objectifying you, and then everyone knows there is the bat sex and all of that. It's not as horrible and unwatchable as some people said, but it's completely pointless, because once that segment ends and it starts the actual Killing Joke with the first panel of the comic with the rain falling down, I was like, why did they even show that? They don't make any single reference to what happened. It's just to make what happens to Batgirl, Lex, or Barbara Gordon more sad, but it doesn't work out all that well. I mean, everyone knows her. If they just went with the scene where the bad things happen, I think it would have been just fine, still as emotional maybe, but it was just pointless and kind of a waste of time and resources. So honestly, if you're a fan of Batman, you've probably already seen it. If you're not, I don't recommend you watch this. If you like the Killing Joke, definitely skip the first 20-30 minutes of it, or just watch them and then stop a second, do something else, come back and enjoy the 40 minutes of the Killing Joke on screen, because that's pretty good. Even though the ending is completely ruined in my opinion, in the comic it's excellent. In the movie it doesn't work all that well. So some things had to be improved. I think 1 year, 2 years of work on the animation, improving it, making it as close to the comic as possible, it would have been truly spectacular. One of the best animated movies out there. Right now it's just mediocre, very mediocre. So, have you seen Batman the Killing Joke? Do you want to see it? Did you like it? Did you dislike it? Did you prefer the comic? Do you even like the comic? Tell me in the comments below. Thanks to those for watching. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.